Bud's motor today. It all slides out on this handy sled. Everything's bolted onto it.
We're just jumping in and going.
That's what that Alright, this is how we get a really heavy motor off of a trailer. Get you one of these 4-post lifts, not 4-post, 2-post lifts, chain it up and lift it. Easy as that. We went ahead and lifted the motor. It's off the deck here. Man, Drew, you're making a lot of noise. My video. Well, dude, we could totally roll bearings in like that. Dang. Truck out. I'll take a walk inside the shop here. Motor was sitting right there. There it is in all of its glory. Dang. 4 feet off the ground. Well, slowly coming along. Got this thermostat housing off. And of course, aluminum and steel bolts don't mix. That one's been broken for a long time. This one recently. But we got it off. And time to start disassembling the cylinder heads. See what else we find on this dusted motor. Alright, we got the intake manifold off. Besides these front cylinders here that look like they have water in them, that's just brake clean. But these ones truly had water in them. I already checked the aftercooler, and it's not coming from the aftercooler. So we've got a couple of pistons with a bunch of water in them. So when I want to clean up after this grease ball, has a bunch of grease fall off of it, you know, I just lift the motor a couple feet off the ground, prop it up real nice, and I can get under here and scrape up the grease. Just like that. Look at that crack. Sheesh. That's why this motor died. Just doing some spring tillage. Letting the GPS steer for me. Pretty cool. So when you don't have a buddy to pull this giant camshaft out, you stick a little screwdriver in there, and the screwdriver rides along, and it keeps the cam from dropping down. Alright, let's try this. You just slide it out and the screwdriver follows. Then when you get to the end, you switch it back to the next one. Look at this big old camshaft. It's like 4 feet. I think some stuff exploded today. Yep. Motor's starting to look a little more bare every time I touch it. Slowly getting this thing torn apart. See, it's making a big mess underneath there. More to come on this one soon. For just this one motor is taking up the majority of the shop. Got cleaned parts up at the head of the table. More parts over there. Big old timing case. That's off a combine, but majority of this space taken up is Big Bud motor. And I'm filming upside down. Balls. Alright. Most of the room in here is being taken up by Big Bud motor parts. That's combine. Got cleaned parts on the bottom here. More cleaned parts. Timing case. Got the giant camshaft just kind of blending in back here. I mean, seriously, this cam is huge. This is my boot compared to the gear. Got the new 8.3, getting some parts put on. Got the old motor. This is not supposed to come out. Yep, it's broken. Connecting rod. Ensuing pile of carnage. Broken motor. Christina's out here doing it for the gram. 8 months pregnant. We've got all of these motors in here. There's 2 back there. One floating 8.3 liter Cummins. One very broken 8.3 liter Cummins. I'm kind of liking the two-tone. Dropped the motor in just a few minutes ago. We're gonna leave the red and black theme. Kind of looks cool. But motor's now in the combine. There you go. Got to pull it in just a little bit, but it's sat in here. Now to do a lot of cleaning, a lot of bolt finding, get it all set up. Going to pick up the 60-footer. Pretty sure that's Mars right next to the moon right there. That little guy. Well, back to the drawing board. Yeah, it was a little too thin. It's a fun story. I thought I could pull all 6 liners today. Got 3 of them out of the 6. And boy, are they hard to pull with this thing I built.
How come you're using the wrong shoulder, aren't you?
I'm left-eyed. That's
Okay,
a problem.
Get in your
Right-handed,
left
but
shoulder.
left-eyed. Well, I'm gonna let you guys try.
Didn't rack a bullet in.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, Alderlun.
That is gonna leave a bruise.
Are you gonna shoot it? Yeah. All right. Okay.
Have you got one loaded in there or not yet?
It's loaded.
Okay.
This is safety. It's a hair trigger.
Okay.
Remember, hardly do more than think, and it's shooting.
Perfect.
That was awesome.
First shot. Oh, he's talking on the phone. Can't get him to react. Oh yeah! 80 feet at a time. Little rainstorm building up. Assembly of the Big Bud has started. Got all the parts in. Getting them set up to be stuffed in the block. So I installed number 2 piston into the ring compressor, went to install it in the block, and it slipped through the ring compressor and smashed the oil ring. So we're waiting for an oil ring to finish this sucker up. So here's the main culprit. Good old cheapie, even though $100 isn't cheap. Piston and rod assembly. But this is what caused me a lot of troubles. I'm not gonna even pretend that hundreds of people have asked me to see Old Blue, the HX82 drag truck, but 2 or 3. But look at this. We've got some 625 studs. Old Blue's gonna come back. Good old auto steer. Put her into the trees. Would have gone across the highway. At least his line was nice and perfect and straight. Good old auto steer. Tree hugging deer. Hey, he missed the power lines. That's a positive, right? See, it just kind of glanced off of it, really. It's just cosmetic slash the coolers in the front. The tire got into it, but needs a windshield. They'll be back together. I'm planting with the GPS. Dad's planting freehand, but 80 feet at a time goes by quick. Let's see if I can get him to blow some smoke. There we go. Cummins power. So, we're getting some hail. Driving back into Monticello, this is part of Hurricane Rosa coming down. Actually, this isn't hail, this is really big raindrops. Man, this is amazing. See if we can take out this tree. Dang. Just mowed that tree over. field done.